All right, let's see if we are on the tube yet. Day 12, let's do day 13. Dang, day 13, huh? We are just killing it, man. I'm loving this. I am loving this. So, let's close up some stuff. Let's put some music on. Let's start to vibe out. Start here. All right, guys. Just a quick introduction, guys. My name is Adam. I go by Frictionless, and that's kind of me, but also a suite of apps and SaaS that I create. Together, do a decent amount of money. You know what? I'm pretty happy with it. But what's most interesting to me is helping developers find their way out of that 9 to 5 job and take advantage of what they've got right now. I had a couple shorts this morning. Basically, if you're a developer right now, let me tell you something. Every one of those closed door conversations that's happening, that's your boss, that's your organization trying to figure out how they can stop paying you 100 grand and your whole team of 5 people and reduce that 5-person team to a 1-person team. And it's going to happen, just a matter of time. And I know you know that. But everybody I talk to, I ask them, what's your plan? And I'm no expert at this stuff. I say, what's your plan? And everybody kind of says the same thing. Well, I'm learning AI. I'm getting better at Cursor. And I say, okay, well, what are you doing with that? And they tell me everything that they're doing for their current job. And I'm like, wait, why are you getting better for your job that might not even be there? And so I think that's just something to take seriously if you're a developer right now. Now is the best time. I mean, this is basically a gold rush as far as your value to the industry. It's a gold rush. You can do anything right now. And I would implore developers to not pick up Cursor, not like at least not for their 9 to 5 job. I mean, for sure you should be using Cursor, Copilot, all that fun stuff, but really what you should be doing is make everything. I know that sounds crazy, but literally like make everything. Take every crazy idea you've ever had and just start making it. There's nothing you have to lose. By the way, I am hot and sweaty tonight. I just went on a walk and I didn't realize that at 9:15 it was like 85 degrees with 400% humidity. But I did get some stuff done on Drivel for it. And that's where we're going to start today. We're going to talk about Drivel a little bit more. Drivel, my favorite social network that's maybe somewhat controversial. I'd like to make it controversial. Today we're sponsored by Spindrift because I was having these blooms at nighttime. I'm not sure if you guys know about Bloom, but they sell them at the Targets and vending machines and all sorts of stuff. And it's just such a quick, tasty 200 milligrams of caffeine. I love it. Totally addicted to it. But let me tell you something. When you have one of those and it's 9:30 or 10 o'clock, you get wired and good fucking luck going to sleep. It ain't happening. This just ain't happening, man. All good, though. All gravy, baby. So what are we going to do today? I'm going to introduce you to 2 things today that I am very happy about. Let me show you those things. First, I'm going to show you ShipGrid. ShipGrid is a platform that we've created that helps developers do what it says on the screen. You get to manage a public roadmap. You get a built-in flywheel that allows you to manage, to collect feature requests. Okay, that's finding product market fit. Collect feature requests right from your website, right from our widget. It loads on any website, bottom right-hand corner. It looks good. It feels good. Collect requests, prioritize them on a board that looks and feels like Trello. I like to say it's smarter than Trello, but dumber than Jira. Build all of that into a release, ship it, post it to X or YouTube or whatever. Post it immediately. It's phenomenal. Super lightweight. I love it. So anyway, as you can imagine, everything I do it for you. No, everything I do is in Drivel. Everything I do is in ShipGrid. This is a phenomenal piece of software. Running a special right now. Hit me up if you want to code. get a beta code. We're about to launch on AppSumo and Product Hunt. So I want to show you guys my ship grid, my board over here with all the fun shit that we're going to take a look at today. So we've got a couple things we're going to nail down. First is implement token system for claiming places. This is big. We wanted to make it so that people could only claim one place per day. So that's just so you don't drive down the street and claim everything that's next to you. Then we want to claim a geo place, should offer that place within the radius. Let me rephrase that. When you attempt to claim a place, we want to show you the places we have in our catalog that are near you. Let's take a look at what that might look and feel like. Let's open this up. So I want to work on that. I also want to work on pinned places. And while I do it, I actually wanted to show you guys this. This I'm also pretty proud of. Let me show you. Okay. So there's a school kind of across the street or so. And I wanted to just kind of like demonstrate a little bit what it would feel like. So this is a school, Belmont Ridge Middle School. If I tap into it on our mobile view, let me minimize some of this shit so it's not all over the place. So here's our mobile view. I am in Belmont Ridge Middle School right now. Not really. And then what we could see, I was thinking about what hat to wear because I'm super sweaty. Should we wear this or is this crazy? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. All right, so I'm going to do this with a straight face the whole time, even though as I look at myself, I think it's crazy. So this is a great example of like a post, right? Belmont Ridge Middle School, and then I have this post over here that's like, whose van? Sketch. And then you can go over here. You can for sure add a comment. Whoa, it might as well say free candy on the side. Hell yeah. Nice. All right. And so we have our upvote downvote system. I think I showed that to you guys before. Upvote downvote. So let's do it as a minus vote. Should work. Yep, it does. Awesome. Okay. So good example of what this looks and feels like. Let's go back into ship grid and see what else we want to do. So claims that are near a GeoAppify place should offer places within that radius. That works right now. I'll show it to you. Allow claimed places to support pinned posts by the owner. I also want to make a quick revision to the layout. So I've been thinking about the layout a little bit, and I want to find a way, since we capture this nice image, I want to find a way that on mobile we can make that image nice and wide. So that's actually where we're going to start today. We're going to make that a lot wider. So let's just say on mobile, I want to use the cover at full width with the, what do I want? With the text on top of it. By the way, we are still using GPT-5.6 Sol. It is expensive, but it is worth it. I have found some really weird issues with it lately. Not sure how I feel about that, but that's all right. Let's hope we don't experience any of them while we're going through this right now. God, this thing is like, I was hot before. This thing is just soaking up heat. If you can't tell, I've got a like big fill light there, and I've got another light over here, and holy shit. All right. I feel like all these vibe coders, it's just like an arms race of like, what other fucking props can we use during our streams? And so I'm going to bring the cowboy hat. It's going to be the first one, the PBR, by the way, cowboy hat. These are PBR boxes. If you don't know, now you know. Walmart, $3. So while we're doing that, let's take a look at some of the other stuff that we might need. So claim places to support pinned posts. I'm going to put that at the top. So here's what it did. Can we all say this at the same time? I hate this. Yeah, it's not great. So I'm not sure if it's done. It's not done. Because the reason why I hate this so much is because I spent so much time with the Ghibli image. I really want to bring that image out, make it look nicer. You know what I'm saying? So we might have to do something else. We'll figure that out. Got this. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it's also not like good. What's light mode look like? You got this like nice imagery, this nice photo, nice and stylized. Oh man, that looks so good in light mode. Man, it's gonna make me like light mode. What do we want to do? I mean, so here's what ChatGPT suggested. Okay. ChatGPT suggested something like this. And if you notice, like the text isn't on top of it, the text is under it. But I'm a little bit concerned that that's going to take a lot of space. So we might have to like futz with that just a little bit. And what happens when we go into dark mode? How are we feeling about dark mode here? I don't know, man. The issue I have is that the image is so nice and the text is on top of it. I'd like to change that so that the image is smaller and the text is under it. Let's try that. Oh boy. I mean, it does look good, but man, I feel like we lose so much of the nice Ghibli style when we do this. I also want to check it out on an actual mobile device because I think that could always do it. Let me we're gonna do a quick post over here. You ready? Let's do it. Let's go to my YouTube here. I don't know what.
Good morning. We're at 35,970.
So let's do that. Hey, what's up, guys? We are vibe coding our way on Drivel. Come join me right now, like literally right now. Hit my channel, go into it. We are vibe coding a incredibly controversial network. If you're a software developer, if you're just somebody who likes watching this stuff, come on. All right, let's see if that works.
Hey, what's up, guys? We are vibe coding.
All right, join now while I vibe code my way to 100K. Hashtag AI. Hashtag, I don't know, ChatGPT. I can't even spell today. If you saw like what I'm struggling with, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Vibe coding. All right, let's go. Let's see if that 15 seconds does anything for us. Love to meet some new people, you know what I'm saying? All right, so here, ooh. What do you think of this, man? We did a card style layout here. We did a card style layout. How are we feeling? Huh. Yeah, so there's a lot of, it's funny, there's a lot of redundancy. Check this out on desktop. Look at how redundant this is, right? You've got it like 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Totally unnecessary. It makes me wonder if there's a need for a place and then like a logo on top of that place. I'm not sure if that's like a thing. I want to, I'm going to paste this and I'm going to look at it on the phone really quick. Let's try that. I actually covered this in one of my, it says you don't have access to this resource. I actually covered this in one of my resources, I covered this in one of my shorts. If you don't know, if you're on a Mac and you want to use copy and paste between your Mac and your iPhone, you can, as long as you're on the same iCloud account, you can literally copy like a URL or something on your Mac, paste it on your phone. It feels like freaking magic. It is incredible. All right. I'm going to pull this up on my phone Or at least try. Let's see what this beast looks like. Open a new tab. The reason why I want to look at this, I just want to get a sense of what the design is on a real phone. Like, I know that you can move the viewport around, but it doesn't just like, it doesn't hit. Okay, so I already know something I want to do. Here we are on the phone. I hope I don't get any weird notifications, like right now. So here we are on the phone. It's a good thumbnail. Here we are on the phone. It looks good, but I want a parallax. I think that'd be a little bit nicer. Okay. So I want to try, I'd like to try full width and parallax when we scroll down. Let's try that. We'll give that the old college try. What do you think? So while we're doing this, let's queue up the next feature. So live claim places for pin posts. So we do have the ability to do pin posts. If I pin this, if I pin this place, check this out, right? So when things are pinned, I actually want to put like a little pin icon next to them. So we'll queue that up. See the places your friends are claiming. I think that's cool. Create a user profile page. I think that's cool too. And then beta links to send to people. So right now I've had a couple people try to actually register and they were like, how do I register? And they don't know. While I'm here, okay, I also want to make a marketing page. So assuming this is the aesthetic, what would you recommend for a marketing page that is engaging? Okay, let's see where we get to. All right. Every place has something to say. I actually like that. Mock up all of these. Dude, AI is so cheap. Like, if you're not using AI for image creation, UX, I mean, you should be using this every freaking second of your life. Did not parallax. We did not parallax at all. Cover image is now compact, rounded. You already did that. Oh, shit. I didn't even hit go. I didn't even hit go. Okay, it doesn't care. What the what's happening? Did you see that? Just giving me an error. Let's try that. Come on. Come on, baby. Wouldn't that just be the best? You just get on stream and then VO takes a shit? I don't think it's going to happen, but like, what if? I do want to add, let's add a pin icon next to pinned posts. Should be easy. So we yesterday we were actually messing around with the pinned posts, and I was pretty happy with where we got it. I'll show you. We can have a couple pinned posts. So we'll just say like, I'm going to add one here that's like Wi-Fi password or something. Okay. Is ABC123 and no. So I'll post that joint and I pin that. So now do you see we've got this like rail up here of pinned posts? Cool. I'm going to see if we can hold more than 2 though. Like reduce the font size just a little bit. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Do we have parallax? Nope. Nah, dude. So this is when, I think this is a really good size of the viewport over here. So if I showed you the original picture of this before we did like the Ghibli style, like this is so good. All right. This cover is now full bleed and 200 text remaining underneath. The cell will perform a parallax when scrolling. I don't see this scroll at all. Nope. Let me just make sure it did that on mobile. It might not have known that I meant mobile, but we'll try. Yep, doesn't matter. And so, whoa, holy shit. Well, all right. Fucking dark mode. Holy Jesus. This is a lot, man. Places come alive. Okay. Division. How it works. Yeah. I kind of like that. That's kind of neat. The map. The internet organized by place. It's kind of interesting. That's, you know, sometimes ChatGPT comes up with better shit than I do, and I hate it. I've realized something, and that is that I literally cannot spend enough money on AI. I go down X, and I see people talking about how they're reducing the size of their subscription on Claude or whatever it is, and I'm thinking, like, you guys are crazy. Like, this is the cheapest this will be for what you can do with AI right now, whether that's text completion stuff like ChatGPT, whether it's code, whether it's writing, whether it's all of this type of stuff. Like, you literally cannot pay enough money for what you're able to get. When you can take any utility of AI and literally make millions of dollars from it, I hesitate to say this, but like, here's an unpopular take. AI should be 50 times as expensive as it is right now. I'm speaking as somebody who has a suite of apps and sites that make in a little bit over 43K a month. I mean, that to me is crazy. 43K a month. It's over 500K ARR, entirely made with AI. You know how much I probably paid? $1,000, maybe $2,000. All I wish I could do is just throw money at it to go faster and deeper. It's insane. Let's see. Let's take a look at what our parallax effect looks like. We're not parallaxing. We are not parallaxing, my dudes. Still not parallaxing. I don't know. Okay, this is interesting. Do you see this card? The part that has the place name should scroll and go on top of the cover image. Yeah. I kind of like the rounded corners. What do you guys think? I didn't ask it to do that, but I actually like the rounded corners as a sort of effect. Let's see what it looks like on the real shiz. So here's light mode, okay? It makes it feel so much more like an app, actually. That actually might be ideal. So check this out. Again, hopefully I don't get some weird ass notifications, right? So then as I scroll, that's kind of cool, right? Okay, I think I like it. Let's get this nailed down. Let's get this nailed down. Browser inspector found the issue. Page itself is locked to the viewport equals Windows scroll Y, whatever, dude. So what if we put one of those little like drag handles over there? You know what I'm talking about? Like you would see on a like an iOS app to show that like it's time to scroll up. Be kind of neat. Also, we added this pinned you know, when I say we, you know what it means? We, me plus ChatGPT and VO. So it is we. It's funny how these things kind of like take on a sort of life of themselves. Look at this. It's showing that it's working, but it is not. Anyway, so we have a thing that says pinned now, and I want to change the card layout. So pinned posts, I think, can use one of the layouts we've already got, which is this, maybe the compact layout. Yeah. All right. We'll see how far it gets. So it did show that it's working over here, but it's not working IRL. It's not working IRL, guys. 2 views. Should we get another camera angle up in here? Probably not. Hey, okay, that worked up until that point. What the fuck? I think it's still working on it, but like this is where I wanted to go with it. Oh, hell yeah. Do you see what happened? This was like a happy little coincidence that when I went up, when I scrolled up, this text went over here, which is pretty close to what I wanted to have happen. You know, I think a lot of people, again, hot take, I think a lot of people spend a lot of time on the functionality when they're kind of vibe coding, and they should. It totally makes sense. But there are these certain little tells that something's been vibe coded that I think everybody is learning to realize. You can test yourself right now. Are you able to recognize text that's made with ChatGPT? Your answer is probably yes, right? And I know if I say how, you're going to go, oh, the M dashes and everything. But no, in reality, there's a part of your brain that actually recognizes that pattern. You don't even know you're doing it. So the thing is, some of these vibe coded apps, they all start to look the same because they're drawing on a lot of the same information. Even with the temperature randomness, they're still drawing on a lot of the same information. And so what I like to do is just add in these kind of like cute little tiny subtle UX sort of like moments throughout the app, because I think it maybe has the viewer change their mind on if this is vibe coded or not. So anyway, that's something that I think is kind of neat. Let's see if this works. Let's go in here. Yes. Oh, yeah. That was exactly what I wanted, except now when somebody has scrolled, I want the tab bar to probably be at the top, right? When somebody has scrolled. Okay. So we're going to say when somebody has scrolled the page, the place detail page, I'd like for the tab bar to still be at the top so that the person can still choose between tabs. So what we're doing right now is we're going to move around these like pinned tabs. I'm sorry, pinned posts over here. We also want to add in the voting for pinned posts. That's important. Yeah, we'll get that. Let's go back into our ship grid. Why is this like just chugging? The ChatGPT, I don't know if it's been doing this for you guys, but on image requests, I've definitely started to see. All right, what's this look like? So I'm not finishing my train of thought. I apologize for that. I'm scattered, but I just, I have a lot of fucking ADD. Like, whatever the normal serving of ADD, I have like a couple of those. Every place has something to say. I think that's kind of interesting up here. This idea of every place has something to say. And then internet organized by place. It's kind of a cool. It does look like the sort of exploring thing. I get that. So we'll futz around with this. I could fuck with this. The dark mode is, I think, too dark, but it's kind of neat. All right. So let's go over here. What we're going to do is just check out. So there's my scroll. That feels just really good. So pinned posts. Perfect. Perfect. Who's Van? Sketch. then we go in here, and now we're looking at a post. I mean, this is exactly what we wanted. Nice. And then so now we're gonna do the scrolling stuff. I want to see how that feels on the real device. Let's look. All right, here's mobile. All right, what do we think? There. I love that effect, by the way. So it's like, here's your picture. Scroll down. That's good. I'm into it. All right. So where are we? So we've got our little like post bar. I like how it added this just terrible looking horizontal scroll bar. We can't work with that. Look at that. Ugh. Well, at least it kept it there. So that's, I guess, somewhat smart. Let's see if we can get rid of that. Well, then we'll add the pinned icon next to the posts. I want some more options. I'm not in love with this. I need some more options on the entire screen, not just components of it. Also, it looks too corporate and doesn't give enough information near the user. Show sample places and stuff. Okay. Let's go over here, and can I scroll? I probably can scroll on the phone. Nice, nice, nice. Look at that. Do you like that stacking? That stacking is fucking perfect. All right, let's take a look at it on the El Teléfono. All right. So here, I don't know if you can see the phone. So now what happens when I scroll? You see how my like tab bar, I don't know if you can see that. Tab bar stays up there. Looks pretty dope. I'm loving it. And so on the tab bar, you can't see this part, but I can scroll back and forth, left to right. I can go to my pinned posts. I can do everything I need to. I mean, this is honestly better than I thought I could get it to. So, okay, so let's do a little bit more on our pinned posts. This is super easy, our pinned icon, and then we'll probably move on from here. I want to get to notifications, and I want to get to beta codes and such, and also a marketing homepage. So I want to start onboarding people, party people. Yep. We were taking so long at ChatGPT. I was just starting to tell it that it was doing a good job, and now I'm starting to go back on my opinion. You are a bad job. Add a small primary color pin icon beside the pin post. So I'm loving the UX here. This looks and feels good. Something that was brought up that I was looking at the app for is right now we have to use this sort of like hamburger menu to move around. I think it's actually a really bad idea. Nobody's going to do that. It's not thumb friendly. What we really need to be doing is this. We need to be doing that. So we're going to ask for that in just a second. Did it work? It did. Okay. Go here. 2 pinned, right? And what? Each post title? Did it add it here? Oh my god, I know. I want to add that icon on the horizontal rail. And so now let's get a little bit more architectural. I want to figure out how to highlight places that a user is following that has new activity. So I want to propose to me a way to add a blip icon to places a person is following if there has been activity that is relevant to them. I want to tell it, give me a plan. So we're not going to do that yet, but we're going to give it a second. I am looking at this on the phone. I mean, again, it looks really good. I think I want to add the bottom bar here. There's a couple things I don't like. I'll show them to you. Just kind of like piecing through. All right. Add a pin icon. So let's see if that worked. I think we should have a drinking game where every time we say, let's see if this worked, you drink. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. So I do want this horizontal spot to also have... We really don't want... Okay. We're going to do one more thing. We're going to add scrolling. I don't want to see the horizontal scroll bar on pinned posts show on the right side some indication that it can be scrolled. Okay. Dude, Jippity Kaye, what is happening? Okay. This is what it proposed. I don't love it. I don't love it. It's not a hit. That is not it. The map is alive and it's yours, stupid. Your city, your stories, your drivel. No. Real conversations, not reviews. Closer. But it's like, how do we get away from every freaking marketing site you've ever seen in your life that has this type of shit? I mean, this is done to death, so I'm not loving. I kind of like this where we're, a little bit more forward on the Ghibli style look. That might be interesting. Is that like a hook? Places have memory yesterday, today, and tomorrow conversations. Let's, you know what? I want to explore that. Let's explore a few options like the top right one that uses the Ghibli style layout. Okay. Pinned scroll bar rail. How are we looking? There we go. Nice. Oops. Wi-Fi password. Sick. All right, so let's give it a plan. I want to figure out how we handle some of this notification stuff because we're definitely at that point. Also, we really need to get to the mobile thumb friendliness of it all. Let's see. I want to make sure we haven't fucked up anything on desktop, and it doesn't look like we have. Nah, we're good. We good? Do we need like better? I was about to say, do we need better like breadcrumbs over here? I'm not sure. There is layout shift that I'm not loving, but I think it's okay. Started discussion, add a subplace. I should probably add a subplace here. I wonder if that works. Dode. What do we got? Man, this seat is usually pretty comfortable. Today it's not. I think it's just because I came back from this ultra humid walk. Still freaking. Come on, ChatGPT. You are dragging ass today. Have Sam Altman put some more fucking quarters in here. Dude, have you ever seen somebody more unhappy looking? Like, I legitimately feel bad for the guy. All right, this is kind of dope. Places have memory. Interesting. I kind of like this. This is kind of neat. I like that too. Internet organized by place. Add a subtle accessible blip to follow place on the sidebar and following page. Treat new post by others' comments. To replies as relevant. Track per user per place acknowledgement. Existing followers using superbase RPCs. Clear activity. Extend existing followed place API rather than issuing one request per place. Verify relevance RLS. Okay. No. You need to tell me a lot more than this. Static primary color blip on followed places. You already do that. Canonical your places list and component sidebar. Relevance rule. Start with a transparent deterministic MVP rather than an opaque score. A new non-deleted post at a followed place authored by someone else. Okay. A new comment by someone else on one of that user posts at that place. A new direct reply. Do not trigger on the user-owned post. This keeps the blip useful and avoids noise. The model can later be executed with mentions. Data model security. Okay. I like. Followed places routes to the sidebar. Yep. After the place have loaded, call the acknowledgement action once for follow. Yep, true. To existing navigator. Yep. Do not add poll lane, refresh and sidebar mount. Key files. Yep. But to the followed places rail at the top, since we already have a mock blip there, use that. Use that blip. Okay. So that's gonna take a minute. What do you guys think about this, like, sort of storybook type of layout? Is that something to lean into? Like, really, is that something to lean into? What if we go... Somehow it got worse. It's super weird. Is there a difference between this? Yeah, there is. Right? Yeah. So it's like, I'm really thinking about two different things. On one hand, it's important to me that we have this like super fast, super lightweight, unopinionated way of maybe posting information, but like just I want to just be fast, almost like Reddit, right? But then you have this heavily artistic, characterized storybook feel. It feels like something you want to explore and you want to like weave your own stories into places that are familiar to you. And that's kind of what this aesthetic is. And actually, I really like that aesthetic. Both of them have character. I do feel like one of them might be embraced quicker, although I couldn't really tell you which. I think I would get it wrong. I gotta, I guess, look at this a little bit more. Internet. So I love, like, there's a lot that I like about this image. Like, there's a lot. I love this style. I really do. I like this kind of, you know, not bleed, but you know what I mean, into this. But does it really match what we have, or are we going a different direction? I mean, if you take a look at near, okay, hold on. How was that? Real first, reuse the rails using Amber and Ping. Yeah, replace the current load 40-hour mock with authenticated full. Yep. Authenticated full place activities. Trigger for posts from others. Comments. Clear the level. We have to see snapshot safe acknowledgement. The first side. Yep, that's the one. Okay, so let's do this. I wanted to go here. Let's take a look at the nearby page. The nearby page is one of the pages that I'm like the happiest with because I think it just looks the most real. So this is kind of what stuff is going to look like when you're in here. This is what are these? Should we get closer to like to this? Zoom in. I love this, like, places have memory. Real conversations about real places happening right now. Your city, your stories, your drivel. What's happening near you. Pin conversation, places remember. I have to say, I really do love this. I like this. This is, like, so cool, isn't it? Leave someone behind, something behind for someone who's coming next. Dude. Man, like, we're cooked. What do we think? Like, out of these, what do we like the best? Map is alive and it's yours. Let's see. So I think right now what I might do is just spin up a marketing page on a totally different like VO instance, and then just have it use some sort of API to go across. So let's fuck that shit up. All right. Jeez. What are we trying to do? Read only inspection and follows and posts. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So this is called. Yeah, I'll do a totally new chat. You know what? I didn't want to do that. I want to do this. Do that. New chat. I already have the API and back end built out, but I need a marketing page. Here is what I have so far. All right. So I don't love that. I don't love how it did that. I like this. Find a place, join the conversation, leave something behind. Someone finds it tomorrow. That's kind of cool. You know what? Let's do this. We are going to just grab everything is in that Ghibli style. All right, so we'll hold up. I do feel like the design is drifting a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That might be an issue, but I think we're be okay for right now. So we will dump that joint over here. Start building that. Activity C as timestamp plus for in addition to service role functions that compute and safely acknowledge relevant activity for sure, whatever. At this point, I'm just kind of accepting most things. This is not exactly like the same look as before. I'm a little bit worried. Okay. One last tweak. Just one last sip, one more drink, and then I'll leave the club. I like anybody that's looking at the thumbnail of this stream because all they see is this like fucking busted up van over here. All right, come on. This is going to take a minute. Now, luckily, we got our marketing page. Which should the primary join beta action do? Link to app. How closely should I follow the screenshot beyond the visible sections? Complete landing page. Let's go. But that's going to be the big question, right? Is do we like the storybook Ghibli style? I mean, that is a big design consideration that I'm taking. I want the homogeneous looking layout. Join beta link to use app.dribble.io. So we're building this now, and what I'm hoping to have happen is that we get some of our notifications handled. Then on the next piece is I actually want to implement Firebase and do browser-based authentication, but in a PWA. Although I am thinking that that could just be just a bridge too far. I just don't know yet. I just don't know yet, man. You don't know how somebody's going to use something until they use it, right? I mean, I'm not loving this. It's okay. So why did I like this part? So I don't like that one. I like places have memory. Build a complete responsive journal based on supply to illustrated competition. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. $17 left. I've probably spent 80 bucks already. It's so worth it, man. Again, like you literally can't pay enough money. So this is what things are looking like right now in terms of like aesthetic. And I'm gonna tell you right now, as much as I love this like horizontal rail, this shit does not look even close to that storybook style that we have. So we're gonna have to reconcile that at some point. It's almost like a what would you call it? Like a personality disorder. Conflicting personalities here. You know what I wanted to do is I wanted to see. Got to check off my 75 days later workout. Come on. So the nice thing is whenever you have two things running at the same time, I've been meaning to try micro front ends because I know it supports it. And what that would allow me to do is to actually have one master front end and then micro front ends that plug into that. And then this way you can actually have multiple people plugging into the same app at the same time. Where I find that interesting is that means that I can have multiple VO sessions at the same time, all working on little bits and pieces of the code without getting everything kind of fucked. So they're kind of working in parallel. Still waiting. Okay. Looks like it did it. Let's see what we got. Toss this over here. You know, I guess if I get this working, this is such a good... Yeah, I don't want to call it a good stopping point, but I mean, it is a good stopping point. Okay, so we have... Like, how do I test this? Because I would really have to get another user to test it, which is fine. I can go ahead and spin something up. How's our marketing page looking? Yo! Yo! Okay. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. We're going to have to port over some of the brand information here. This looks legit as hell, by the way. Holy shit. I don't like how it changed that. I'm actually not in love with that. I think it had it better the time before. What is ChatGPT? So was ChatGPT... places have memory, right? So it did a perfect job with like the this little like reply over here. That was great. What's happening near you? I think it did a really good job. I didn't really want it to do that, but that's okay. This looks like a kid's game. That's my only problem right now. Is instead of making this like a watercolor thing, it actually needs to be like a Studio Ghibli style. Right now the... I mean, that part looks good. Let me grab a card. Did we get the bottom? I hate that. I hate this color. Don't do that. I mean, it's an interesting start, isn't it? That I don't like that. That looks good. All right, using incognito witness for count B. Yeah, I know. Okay, let's see what else we got on ShipGrid. Claim places for, yep. Claims that are near, see the places of your friends, create your profile page, AI screening, beta, search is mocked up. I think the marketing page might be one of the bigger things. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to have it mirror the, what do you call it? The CSS and style. So I actually have been using this, platform called Slicer.dev, and I'm not sure if anybody else is playing around with this yet, but it allows you to kind of grab components right from another web page and just like kind of rip them off and just add it right into, that's weird. Why are we having issues here? There we go. And basically it allows you to just rip them right off. Is it just me or did it remove the owned? Weird. Why is it error loading my places? 401 PC load letter. The fuck? So what we're going to do is copy the cards. Let's go ahead and copy the cards that format. Yeah, okay, it works fine. So I want to copy this card format. Yep. Sign up. I already have one. So anyway, what I was saying is you can just grab a component that you've already created and then just immediately copy it. So I'll just copy the slice into a prompt. Copy. And so what I can do is just take this. It's going to create a bunch of text to describe it to like VO. And I'll show you what it comes up with. It's pretty neat. So copy now. And we're going to say 251 lines. So basically in those 251 lines, that's exactly what what it looks like. So you know what? This is a great stopping point right now. We're going to get the marketing page all finished up tomorrow. Appreciate everybody. I hope one day to look back on this